One of the most exciting parts of the 3.0 update is that we are getting a whole bunch of new daily activities. These are new things that you can do each and every day and get rewarded for it. A lot of us love having a routine in Animal Crossing New Horizons, things like digging up all of the fossils each day, checking our Nook Mile goals, having a coffee with Brewster at the Roost, and we'll be able to add to that list with the 3.0 update with some great new daily activities. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at all of them. Leave a like on the video if you're excited, and let's jump straight into this. Now, the first big one is crafting recipes for Katherine to send off. We can see that each day there will be 4 recipes that they want you to craft for this little drop-off box. You can then choose which ones you want to do. You could do all 4 of them if you wanted to, seemingly, and send them off to get a bunch of those hotel tokens so you can get some really cool items. So this one is definitely very rewarding to check out. Currently, we're assuming that this will update each and every day, so if you don't like the items that it wants you to craft, then you'll at least have the option to check in the next day and see if things are different. After all, some of these are going to require a fair amount of materials and effort on your part, but I think that's great because it just gives us more to do in the game, which is something that a lot of us have really been needing this far into the game's lifespan. Of course, you can also pair this feature now with the ability to bulk craft and get crafting materials directly from your storage. So this is going to be a much more fun experience than it ever was crafting before the 3.0 update. Another daily activity will be designing rooms to get hotel tickets as well. This is the primary way of getting those hotel tickets, and presumably you'll be able to design a room each and every day if that's something you want to do, of course dependent on whether you're able to find a guest or not. This is going to be so much fun, especially if you love the designing from Happier in Paradise, but this is even better in my opinion because it's directly on our island. The hotel tokens are of course a really important new currency if you want to unlock the new items. Perhaps you're like me and you feel like you've pretty much got every item that already exists in the game, so this will be one of the best ways of getting new things, which is really cool. Of course, there's a limited amount of hotel guests that you'll actually be able to have, but I assume you'll be able to swap them in and out if you want to, so you can keep on designing and getting more of those tokens. Speaking of which, you'll want to check in on the hotel shop each and every day to see what items are currently featured. There will be 2 items on display in Graham's little shop that you'll be able to purchase if you want to. I'm assuming that whilst you can access the full list of items at any time, there will probably be a limit on that with how many you can buy in one go, just like there is in Nook Shopping and also Happier in Paradise. So I guess being able to see these items might allow you to buy extra if it's something you want, which would definitely be good. So all of those daily activities for getting yourself more tokens will be really useful for purchasing stuff from the shop each and every day. It also seems like you might be able to see different variants of items here, so you won't have to worry about customizing them, so it's definitely worth checking in on this frequently. Briefly moving away from the hotel feature, there is the new Megaphone item which will make one of our existing dailies a lot easier. Of course, a lot of us try and check in with each and all of our villagers every day for Nook Mile goals, or just to chat with them and find out what they're doing around the island. So now with the Megaphone item, which is exclusive to the Switch 2 version, you'll be able to easily call out for your villagers and find them, making this particular daily task a lot better, which is really cool. Convenient additions like this will definitely improve the flow of playing each and every day around our islands. Going back to the hotel, another thing you'll want to do is try and find your guest for the day. Now it's unknown whether they will spawn each and every day or not, but there will at least be a chance for you to recruit a guest somewhere around the island. They can be inside buildings, inside the shops, they could potentially even be in the museum, or they could just be wandering around your island. Maybe they're sitting down at a bench. You'll have to go and find them, so this will be something worth doing. It's really similar to the campsite feature, honestly, where you have to go and see who it is exactly who might be hanging out, and see if there's someone that you would want to stay in your hotel. It really does feel like an extra way of having more villagers on your island, which is really cool, so it'll be super fun to see them. Something I'm really curious about is whether, if they're villagers you've already had before, will they remember you or not? Some places in the game that does actually work, so I'm really hoping that will be the case. I definitely think not a lot of people are considering the fact that also hotel guests might not stay forever. Like a regular hotel, the guests will probably rotate in and out even after you've designed their rooms, so it definitely would be worth trying to find new guests as often as you can, just so you've got fresh faces in the hotel that you can design rooms for, hence getting you more of those tokens as well, so it's just a really great system. Now, Resetti is a fantastic new feature which will allow you to clear out certain parts of your island, and he has a little trick that is going to work really nicely if perhaps you haven't decorated your beaches yet. Now, Resetti will actually be able to clear out your beaches specifically for you if you want to, and that will be a great way of each and every day combing for all of the seashells. Of course, these can be useful early game for selling to get some bells, but another fantastic use is crafting, and you need quite a lot of these if you want to craft certain items, especially ones from the seashell series. So each and every day you should be able to use Resetti to clear out your beaches, and all of those seashells presumably will head straight into your inventory, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It would be crazy if he could do the same for manila clams, although I don't think that's going to be the case unfortunately, but that would be amazing. Regardless though, having an easy way of getting all the seashells, as long as you haven't, decorated your beach, will definitely be really good, especially in the early game. Now, whilst not explicitly confirmed, we can say almost for certain that they will be adding in a whole bunch of new Nook Mile goals for this update, exactly like they did with the 2.0 update. We can presume there will be a ton of these related specifically to the hotel, for things like decorating the rooms and such, so this will be a great new daily goal to work towards around the island each and every day, completing all of the new main Nook Mile goals that have become available. But then to add on to that as a separate point, the daily Nook Mile tasks will most likely be updated with things related to the hotel as well. We can assume that there'll probably be one related to crafting stuff for the box and sending it off with Katherine. There might even be one for using Resetti on that particular day. So this will be a great way of earning more Nook Miles throughout the game, but also just a fun little daily activity that you can do to keep yourself interested. I've always really enjoyed doing these Nook Mile tasks. They were kind of an idea that was taken from Animal Crossing Welcome Amiibo update back in New Leaf, so the fact that this kind of feels similar to that and we're going to get more of these in that update is making me feel really nostalgic at the moment. And who knows, it's very possible they might add some more items that you can only get with Nook Miles, so that is definitely something to consider. Well, those are all of the daily activities I could think of for now for the 3.0 update, although I'm sure there are more of them hidden behind the scenes that we don't know about yet. Have you noticed anything else that'd be a fun new daily goal or activity to do in the 3.0 update? Leave a comment down below to let me know. If you made it to the end, be sure to comment Bob's Gang so I know you did. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe and turn on notifications for more.